So let's take a quick look at Lieutenant Titus. Is he hot or is he not? Is he smash or is he pass? A movement of 6, toughness 4, 3+ save, 5 wounds, and leadership 6, and OC 1. He has the same stat line as a normal lieutenant, except for the fact that he has 1 extra wound. So I like the fact that he is Lieutenant Titus, but he has a captain's number of wounds, because he's a captain always in my heart. There you go. It's not a great stat line, because obviously he does not have an invulnerable save, which is going to make him definitely susceptible to getting blatted. But he does have a 5+ feel no pain. I'm pretty certain doesn't he get an invulnerable? He has a shield in the game, right? In the first game, he has the Iron Halo, which gives him an invulnerable save. I feel like in this one, he doesn't have it. Maybe in Space Marine 2 he doesn't have the Iron Halo anymore. I thought he did, but maybe he doesn't. He comes equipped with a heavy bolt pistol and a Titus chainsword. He cannot be given anything else. The heavy bolt pistol is just a heavy bolt pistol. Although credit where credit is due, he does hit on a 2+, but it is just 1 attack. His Astartes chainsword, though, is a very, very different kettle of fish. Holy shit. I really, really, really hope this isn't going to become the standard profile for Astartes chainswords. Normally, an Astartes chainsword is 4 attacks, weapon skill 3, strength 4, AP -1, damage 1. That's it. Look at this beast! It's 8 attacks, hitting on 2s, anti-infantry 2+! Ah! That has to be the best chainsword in the entire game. Look at it. Beautiful. Always clear, it's not overpowered in any way, shape, or form, because it's still only damage 1. But 8 attacks, hit on 2s, anti-infantry 2+. He's probably going to blend, like, assuming he drops 1 hit, assuming he drops 1 wound on the 2+. He's going to put 6 wounds on a squad, and then if it's a light infantry squad like guards or equivalent, he's going to kill 5 guys on his own. So I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's one of those weapons where this is almost a unique weapon done right. Does that make sense? So I actually, even though it's a little silly, I actually quite like that chainsword. I think it's really cool. What abilities does he have? So he has 5+ feel no pain. He is a leader. We'll look into what he can lead in a moment. Faction, Oath of Moment. So he does benefit from Oath of Moment, which is good. I mean, it sounds silly, but I've seen GW overlook really obvious shit in the past and had to add it in later as an FAQ. His other unique abilities are Press the Attack. Weapons equipped by models in this model's unit have sustained hits 1 ability. That's great. Can't go wrong with a cheeky bit of sustained hits. Lieutenant Titus should have 2 data sheets. He should have this data sheet, and then he should have his Death Watch data sheet. And he can be taken as an agent of the Imperium. And he's a character that can join any Imperium battle line unit. Come on, GW! Come on, it's a free data sheet. You don't have to change anything about it. Make it exactly the same, but just have the armor painted in black instead. Come on. I know technically he'd be like firstborn and all of that shit. Just don't worry about it. We're not worried about it. GW, you don't worry about it. Captain Titus painted in black. Give him that fucking Death Watch data sheet. Come on. Come on, GW. It's a freebie. I think this is a cool idea. I don't know. I'm worried it might make things a bit broken, but you could tweak it. Run it past Josh Roberts, so he can say, well, he shouldn't be joining this. He should be joining that. Do you know what I mean? Like run it. That's fine. Have a little caveat where you can't run Deathwatch Titus and Lieutenant Titus in this Black Shield Titus and Lieutenant Titus in the same army, have a little caveat, it's easy, but it's a freebie. It would be a nice way of giving a little nod to the Deathwatch gang. I mean, sustained hit, is it melee and shooting? Yeah, it's all weapons. So melee and shooting, he has sustained hits. Let's look at this on the chat. That must be the biggie, right? If this model is destroyed by a melee attack, if it has not fought this phase, roll a d6, so 2+ to not remove it from play. This model can fight after the attacking unit has finished making attacks and then removed from play. Oh, so he fights on death on a 2+. Yeah, he's okay. Wow. Hellblaster squad led by Lieutenant Titus. You're never going to put him with Infernus, guys, because they won't benefit from his sustained hits. I mean, I feel like Blade Guard are universally very good. So I feel like Blade Guard is like if you're going to put him in a choppy squad, that feels like the best one. I'm also kind of being drawn towards the Hellblasters. He doesn't have that other thing that Lieutenants have where they can join a unit even if it's already had a captain in there. So I don't think you can have Titus and a captain in the same squad. I think if you were going... And how much is he in comparison to a regular lieutenant? He's 5 points more. So he would... So it's kind of the choice between... Do you want to have sustained hits or lethal hits on your Hellblasters? Or sustained hits or lethal hits on your Blade Guard? Most people would say lethal hits over sustained hits. Most people think... And I would agree. I think lethal hits are better than sustained hits. So you're kind of paying... You can't put... He could only be taken in standard Space Marines. Sadly, you can't take him in Dark Angels because he has Ultramarines as his key word. So it's like why you can't take Gilliman and put him in a Dark Angels army. I think it's an interesting datasheet. I think that if you love the game Space Marine 2 and you want to run Captain Titus in your game of 40k, or Lieutenant Titus, I should say... You could run him and not feel like you were completely hamstringing yourself. But I would probably take a regular lieutenant over him. Because lieutenants at their heart are force multipliers. And I feel like lethal hits are better than sustained hits. And a regular lieutenant is 5 points cheaper as well. It's hard because on the one hand he does get sustained hits. So he is a force multiplier. And on the other hand, he's decently powerful. He's bringing a bit of durability. He's bringing a bit of anti-infantry, but it's anti-infantry. And lieutenants can also take enhancements. Yeah, it's not a bad datasheet. It's a totally okay datasheet. Like I said, you put him in your army, you won't feel like you've wasted your fucking time. If you've got the model and you want to use it, you won't be wasting your time. But I don't think this is going to suddenly shake the meta. To summarize, Lieutenant Titus is 70 points. He has the stat line of a lieutenant, but with a 5-up feel no pain and 1 extra wound. His heavy bolt pistol is meh. His Astartes chainsword is lol, but not overpowered, but it's lol. He gives you sustained hits, and he has fight on death on a 2+. I think that he is a pretty good model. I think you could definitely see him being included in armies. I don't think he's absolutely meta shaking. I think the fight on death 2+ is decent, but it's somewhat situational. As a guard player, I feel like him just chopping down like 8 fucking guardsmen might be really inconvenient. I feel like into armies like Death Guard, they're just not really going to care if he kills an extra Plague Marine. Do you know what I mean? That is my hot take on Lieutenant Titus. I give him a 6 out of 10. He is viable, he is usable, but he is not broken. He is not overpowered, as far as I can tell. But of course, we haven't taken into account things like detachments that he might be involved in. There may be something where he goes absolutely bonkers inside like a Vanguard detachment or something. But I'm not a Space Marine player, so I don't know exactly what the best detachment would be to put him in. But he seems fine. I'd give it a 10 out of 10, purely for rule of cool if it was Deathwatch Titus. Would he give the unit feel no pain, or is that just for him? That is just for him. He does not give that to his unit. If he gave out a 5+ feel no pain to a unit, I'd give him a 10 out of 10. But then I would also expect him to probably be like 80 to 90 points. But that is my hot take. Lieutenant Titus, Captain my Captain, gets 7 out of 10 for the roleplay aspect. There you go. So people are saying 6 or 7 out of 10. Well, chat is saying 7 out of 10. I'm saying 6 out of 10. We'll split the diff. 6.5 out of 10. Not great, not terrible. Pretty fun. Would you like to know more? If so, then please consider becoming a channel member or patron. By supporting the channel, not only will you be doing your part, but you'll also be helping me create more content for your viewing pleasure and unlocking a whole host of perks. You get everything from a badge next to your name, custom emojis, but the big one is access to the Mordian Glory Discord server, an online community with almost 2,500 active members. It's always popping off in the MG Discord. We've got channels for army lists, hobbying, tactics, stories, and even a pretty spicy meme section as well. For all you greenhorns that wanted to see the Mordian glory hole, today is your lucky day. And joking aside, I do want to say a massive thank you to all of the current channel members and patrons. You guys are amazing, truly the lifeblood of the channel. I could not do Mordian Glory full-time without the incredible and generous support of my members, so thank you guys so much. And last but certainly not least, I want to say a personal thank you to all of my top tier Patreons. These are the War Masters, the people who have truly gone above and beyond the call of duty. So a heartfelt thank you to Alex Dengal, Bon Vert, Lord Pryor, Mark Panconi, RJ Scorpion, Swordfish Trombone, Try Again Bragg, John Stubbs, Nick Walsh, Diesel Fox, and August Barney. Seriously guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your support is incredible and it makes a huge difference. Thank you so much. That's all for now. Hope you've all enjoyed today's video, and of course, as always, see you guys next time.